Respect isn't something you can demand, it's something you earn, and the way you carry yourself plays a massive role in how others perceive you, especially women. But what if there was one powerful move that could instantly change how she sees you? One action that sends a clear signal of confidence, self-respect, and leadership without you having to say a single word? Most men waste time overthinking what to say or do, but the truth is, respect starts with something far simpler, yet far more impactful. This isn't about being flashy or dominant. It's about showing her that you're a man who values himself and sets the tone for how he should be treated. Curious about what this move is and how to master it? Stick around, because this game-changing insight could redefine how women respond to you. Let's dive in. 1. 2 types of respect. Respect exists on a spectrum. At one end is grandfather respect, warm and familiar, but lacking the spark of attraction. This type of respect often relegates you to the friend zone, a place no man seeking a romantic connection wants to be. On the other end of the spectrum is emperor respect, the pinnacle of admiration, a commanding presence that inspires awe and desire. This respect is reserved for men who exude quiet power, men who lead with purpose and unwavering confidence. The question becomes, how do you transition from the platonic familiarity of grandfather respect to the magnetic pull of emperor respect? The answer lies not in superficial gestures or seeking validation, but in embodying genuine authority. Think of a police officer. His authority isn't derived from shouting or demanding obedience, but from his role, his composure, and the inherent power he represents. Similarly, you cultivate emperor respect by embracing Stoic principles of internal strength. This translates to setting boundaries without apology, staying true to your values and recognizing your self-worth without needing external affirmation. For instance, instead of overwhelming her with texts vying for attention, craft thoughtful messages that convey confidence and pique her curiosity. This reflects the Stoic principle of less is more. The power of silence can speak volumes. The respect you aim for is born not from fear, but from fascination. It's the kind of respect that draws her closer, not pushes her away. Like a lion in the savannah, your presence should be commanding, your strength self-evident. Embodying Stoic principles of calm, control, and clarity will naturally draw others to you. Stoicism, after all, is the art of mastering yourself to such a degree that the world around you responds in kind. The journey from grandfather to emperor is about choosing leadership over followership. It's about crafting a life grounded in purpose and confidence so that respect becomes an inevitable consequence. In every aspect of your being, your speech, posture, and even your response to setbacks, remember, respect is not demanded, it's commanded. Master this principle, and you won't merely exist in her world, you'll reign over it. 2. Authenticity and self-respect. True respect isn't about instilling fear or controlling others. It's about the unwavering confidence that comes from being authentically you. Genuine power stems from maintaining your hobbies, passions, and lifestyle without conforming to external pressures. This isn't selfishness, it's self-respect. Consider this. If you decide to quit smoking, let it be a decision driven by your desire for a healthier life, not simply because someone else wants you to change. Such choices reveal the strength of your convictions, a quality women subconsciously seek in a partner. They desire someone steadfast in their beliefs, impervious to the winds of external validation. Modifying your appearance, habits, or even career path solely to please someone else jeopardizes not only your individuality, but also the very respect you seek to gain. Balance is crucial. A partner should enhance your life, not dictate it. She should be a companion on your journey, not a sculptor trying to reshape you. This doesn't imply rejecting her suggestions outright. Rather, it means responding to criticism or differing opinions with calm assurance. If she questions your choices, avoid defensiveness or arguments. Let your actions demonstrate your convictions, reflecting the strength of Stoicism in action. Words are ephemeral, but a consistent, unwavering demeanor leaves a lasting impact. This approach preserves not only respect, but also Stoic happiness, a state of inner peace and contentment regardless of external pressures. The cinematic trope of the hero sacrificing everything for love may appear noble, but in reality, losing yourself for another is a path to discontent. Imagine a man forsaking his passions, friendships, and ambitions for a relationship. Resentment inevitably festers, eroding the foundation of love built on sacrifice rather than mutual respect. Authentic respect arises from maintaining your sense of self and demonstrating through your actions that your happiness is as valuable as the relationship itself. Ask yourself, are your decisions aligned with your true desires and values, or are they driven by a need for approval? How can you balance being a devoted partner while remaining true to yourself? These questions are essential for cultivating Stoic happiness, a life of inner peace radiating confidence and effortlessly attracting respect. The lesson is simple yet profound. Respect begins with you. Stand firm in your principles, make decisions autonomously, and remember that a healthy relationship fosters mutual growth, not the erosion of individual identity. Embracing this mindset not only garners respect but also creates a deeply fulfilling partnership. 3. Knowing when to stand firm. A crucial lesson in maintaining respect and dignity is this: stop apologizing unnecessarily. This isn't about arrogance or refusing to acknowledge wrongdoing. It's about safeguarding your self-respect and embodying the Stoic mindset of a high-value man. Over-apologizing, often done in an attempt to appease others, can rapidly erode the respect she holds for you. Remember, respect is commanded through actions, words, and unwavering confidence, not through pleas for forgiveness. Imagine this. She's upset over a minor comment or misunderstanding, and you instinctively blurt out, "I'm sorry," even though you've done nothing wrong. While seemingly a quick fix, this subtly conveys insecurity. Instead of reflexive apologies, assess the situation. Ask yourself, does this truly warrant an apology, or is this an emotional reaction I shouldn't indulge? Maintaining composure and avoiding unnecessary apologies projects strength, a quality that attracts and sustains respect. Here's the golden rule: apologize only when genuinely warranted. Consider these 3 scenarios. If she's upset over something minor, like playful teasing she misinterprets, avoid groveling. Use humor to diffuse the situation, tease her back gently, make her laugh, and move on confidently. A light-hearted approach demonstrates your resilience to minor emotional fluctuations. As Marcus Aurelius said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. If you've made a small error, like forgetting her birthday or missing an important dinner, acknowledge it with a sincere, direct apology. I realize I missed something important to you, and I regret that. Allow her space to process, but avoid excessive explanations or apologies, which diminish your presence. Remaining calm and collected demonstrates that you're human, but also maintain your value. If you've committed a serious error like breaching her trust, a heartfelt and comprehensive apology is essential. Take full responsibility, express genuine remorse, and make amends with concrete actions. Your ability to confront your flaws and strive for growth distinguishes a high-value man. Even in these situations, your apology should stem from strength, not desperation. As Epictetus noted, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. The core principle remains: if you haven't done wrong, stand your ground. Reflect on how often you've apologized simply to avoid conflict, even when not at fault. Each unnecessary apology chips away at your self-respect and alters how others perceive you. Women are keenly attuned to confidence, and nothing speaks louder than a man who knows his worth. Practicing Stoicism cultivates the ability to differentiate emotional reactions from logical responses, fostering clarity, composure, and leadership in your interactions. The next time you feel compelled to apologize needlessly, pause and reflect. Ask yourself, is this apology driven by a need to fix something, or is it rooted in fear of her reaction? If it's the latter, resist the urge. Communicate clearly and calmly. Speaking with conviction demonstrates that you are a man of action, a leader, not a reactor. Leadership isn't about dominance. It's about setting the tone for respect, trust, and understanding. Respect forms the bedrock of any meaningful connection. Without it, love, attraction, and passion cannot endure, and respect originates within you. By embodying the qualities of a high-value man, confidence, composure, and a stoic attitude, you not only earn her respect but also inspire her to elevate herself alongside you. Eliminating unnecessary apologies and standing firm in your values will transform how she perceives you and how you perceive yourself. 4. Responding to disrespect. Maintaining emotional strength and adhering to your principles, especially in the face of disrespect, significantly elevates your worth, particularly in relationships. Stoicism provides the tools to navigate such moments with grace, purpose, and unwavering confidence. When she errs or behaves inappropriately, it tests your emotional resilience and your understanding of Stoic principles. Marcus Aurelius's wisdom resonates. You have power over your mind, not outside events. This is where emotional composure becomes paramount. Emotional reactions diminish your position, while calm, measured responses demonstrate maturity and command respect. If she's disrespectful or dismissive, avoid mirroring her behavior. Maintain your composure and address the issue calmly, preserving your inner peace. For example, if she cancels a date last minute, instead of pleading or expressing frustration, a simple statement like, "You're ruining your chances with me," followed by silence, speaks volumes about your standards without resorting to emotional outbursts. It's a subtle, stoic demonstration of self-respect. Holding someone accountable isn't about punishment, it's about setting boundaries. Relationships flourish when mutual respect is present, and Stoicism teaches us that respect begins with the boundaries we establish. If she apologizes for a minor infraction, assess her sincerity and determine if her actions align with your principles. However, if the transgression is significant, like betrayal, walking away becomes necessary. Forgiving major offenses like infidelity may seem noble, but in the context of Stoic principles, it signals a lack of self-respect and will only lead to further disrespect from her. Such actions demonstrate that your boundaries and self-worth are non-negotiable. Modern life constantly pressures us to react emotionally, especially in relationships. But Stoicism is the art of self-mastery in the face of challenges. By staying calm, articulating your expectations clearly, and knowing when to disengage, you secure both her respect and solidify your self-worth. It's not about playing games or being aloof. It's about recognizing your value and living in accordance with it. Every act of composure and clarity sets an example that commands respect. Respect is earned, not demanded, and Stoicism provides the roadmap to achieve it. When she errs, view it as an opportunity to showcase your character's strength. By calmly holding her accountable and knowing when to let go, you embody the essence of a high-value man. Adhere to these Stoic principles, and respect, both from her and yourself, will follow naturally. 5. The power of her investment. The principle of investment equals attraction equals respect is crucial for any man seeking a woman's admiration. Many mistakenly believe that showering a woman with gifts and attention will win her affection. While generosity is important, true connection arises not from what you give, but from what she invests in you. When a woman invests her time, emotions, and effort, she becomes more attached and values the relationship more deeply. Imagine a piggy bank. Initially, it's just a container, but as you add coins, it becomes something you value and protect. Similarly, when she has a stake in the relationship, her respect for you and her fear of losing the bond increase. This isn't about manipulation or withholding affection. It's about balance and allowing her to actively participate in building the connection. If you constantly initiate conversations, plan dates, and offer solutions, she may feel overwhelmed or take you for granted. However, if you step back and allow her to initiate or propose ideas, a profound shift occurs. She feels her efforts are valued and contribute to the relationship. This fosters mutual respect and cultivates Stoic happiness, a contentment rooted in understanding and balance. Consider a man who constantly gave without expecting anything in return, believing his generosity would win her love. She became distant, not out of ingratitude, but because she lacked ownership in the relationship. Contrast this with a man who allowed his partner to contribute by sharing her thoughts, planning moments, or solving problems together. Her respect and admiration for him grew as she became invested in their shared experiences. This highlights the power of Stoicism today. By embracing emotional independence and understanding balance, you create a dynamic where both partners feel valued. Are you providing space for her investment? Are you allowing her to contribute to the foundation of your relationship? These questions are crucial because respect and attraction thrive on mutual effort, not one-sided giving. By mastering this approach, you embody the Stoic ideals of self-awareness and control, cultivating a connection rich in respect, admiration, and enduring intrigue. The takeaway: allow her to invest. When she does, her attraction, respect, and commitment will flourish. This is the foundation of Stoic happiness, knowing you've nurtured a relationship built on equality, effort, and balance. The strongest relationships are not about what one person gives, but what both build together. 6. The importance of consistency. Consistency is paramount in earning respect and admiration. Following through on your commitments conveys reliability, trustworthiness, and integrity, qualities that define a high-value man. Consistency isn't simply about fulfilling promises. It's about establishing a pattern of dependability that demonstrates strength of character and discipline. It's a Stoic mindset where actions speak louder than words. Marcus Aurelius said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." It's not enough to have good intentions. You must act on them consistently. Consistency is crucial in relationships because humans crave stability. It provides a sense of security that people gravitate towards. Women, in particular, seek partners they can rely on emotionally, mentally, and physically. Aligning your actions with your words consistently eliminates doubt and builds trust, the foundation of respect. Are you someone who delivers on promises, or do excuses hinder you? High-value men don't make excuses. They find ways to deliver, regardless of challenges. Imagine a man who tells his partner he's working towards a promotion. Week after week, he dedicates himself to the task and earns the promotion, proving his words were not empty. His partner respects not only his work ethic, but also his consistency. Contrast this with someone who talks big but never follows through. The difference in the respect they command is evident. Women are drawn to men who embody the win Stoic mindset, calm under pressure, focused on goals, and consistent in all aspects of life. Consistency extends to the small things too. Do you call when you say you will? Are you punctual? Do you honor everyday commitments? These small acts of reliability accumulate over time, creating a powerful image of trustworthiness. Aristotle observed, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Consistency is a lifestyle, the hallmark of a high-value man. How consistent are you with your self-respect? Respecting yourself sets high standards for your behavior and adhering to them, even when unseen. Stoicism emphasizes controlling what you can, and your actions are within your control. Are you disciplined in your habits? Do you remain committed to your goals even when motivation wanes? People perceive the energy you project, and respecting your time and commitments encourages others to do the same. Consistency shines in adversity. How you handle challenges reveals your character. High-value men don't crumble under pressure. They remain steadfast, demonstrating resilience and determination. The Stoic mindset is your greatest asset here. Instead of emotional reactions, you approach challenges with logic and composure, becoming a source of strength for others, a universally respected trait. Women admire men who remain unwavering during hardship, demonstrating not just physical or financial strength, but emotional strength, a far more valuable quality. Respect is earned through actions, and consistency is the key. By demonstrating consistency in your words, actions, and character, you convey trustworthiness and inspire admiration. This is how you become a high-value man and master the art of earning respect instantly. 7. The value of emotional independence. True freedom lies in being independent of the opinions of others, Marcus Aurelius wisely proclaimed. This Stoic principle holds the key to earning respect in relationships: emotional independence. This quality distinguishes men who inspire admiration from those who seek validation. An emotionally grounded, self-reliant man commands authentic respect, rooted in the principles of Stoicism. Emotional independence involves mastering your inner world, not letting your emotions depend entirely on external validation. For a man seeking respect, this means not tying your happiness or self-worth to her attention or approval. Imagine someone exuding calm confidence, whose life remains steady whether alone or surrounded by others. That unwavering strength inspires admiration. Anchor yourself in your values, pursue your passions, and nurture your goals, demonstrating that your self-worth is intrinsic. You communicate that while you value her, you don't rely on her for completion. Stoicism teaches self-control and detachment. Cultivate emotional independence by maintaining hobbies, fostering friendships, and pursuing fulfilling goals outside the relationship. This not only ensures your happiness but also creates a healthier dynamic. When she observes your joy and identity aren't solely tied to her, she sees you as a strong, complete man, someone she can trust and respect. People are naturally drawn to stable, self-sufficient individuals who represent security and leadership. Many men overinvest in relationships prematurely, seeking validation and neglecting personal growth. This often leads to neediness and insecurity, which repel respect. Focus instead on building a life of purpose beyond external validation. Whether it's pursuing a career, mastering a skill, or enjoying a hobby, these pursuits enrich your character and project strength. Seeing you actively cultivate your life demonstrates you are a man with direction and self-awareness. Emotional independence extends beyond relationships. It's a life skill applicable to friendships, career, and personal growth. It enables you to remain composed during setbacks. Epictetus reminds us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Mastering your emotions makes you less reactive, earning respect and bringing inner peace. Incorporating Stoic principles doesn't mean suppressing emotions, it means owning and channeling them constructively. You become the architect of your life, not a victim of circumstances. This shift in perspective commands her instant respect. She sees you not just as a partner, but as a leader and an equal. Assess your life. Are you living in a way that commands respect? Start building emotional independence today to enhance her respect and your self-worth. Stoicism isn't about detachment, it's about empowerment, guiding you to live with intention, strength, and unwavering confidence. Affirm to yourself, I am the source of my own happiness. My worth is intrinsic, unshaken by external validation. Let this truth guide you, and watch as your strength commands the respect you deserve. 8. Don't fear losing her. The fear of losing someone can be debilitating, but operating from fear diminishes your power. When fear dictates your actions, you make compromises that erode your value, and she senses it. Women respect men who are confident, grounded, and secure, men who embody stoic happiness. To truly earn her respect, shift your focus from the fear of loss to becoming your best self, so strong and self-assured that she sees you as irreplaceable. When you prioritize self-improvement, your health, career, mindset, and relationships, you exude a magnetic confidence. Imagine a man who recently experienced a breakup. Instead of begging her to stay, he focused on self-improvement. He hit the gym, advanced his career, and reconnected with friends. His life flourished, and the woman noticed his growth and strength. She realized he was someone to admire. That's the power of stoic happiness and focusing on self-worth, not fear. What kind of man do you aspire to be? One constantly fearing her departure, or one who stands tall, knowing his value? Detaching from the outcome is key. This doesn't imply indifference. It means valuing yourself enough to let go of desperation. Clinging to someone out of fear is like gripping sand tightly. The tighter you hold, the more it slips away. Live with purpose. Dedicate yourself to your goals. Women are drawn to men with direction, not those who make them their sole focus. Stoicism emphasizes controlling what you can and accepting what you can't. You can't control whether she stays, but you can control how you show up each day, your attitude, actions, and growth. Marcus Aurelius said, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." Are you embodying this ideal, leading yourself with honor and discipline? Or is fear eroding your strength? Respect stems from authenticity, confidence, and unwavering self-worth. To be respected and cherished, you must first respect and cherish yourself. Build a life so fulfilling that anyone who joins feels fortunate to be a part of it. Be the man unafraid of loss because he knows his value is undeniable. In stoic happiness, contentment arises not from what you gain or lose, but from the peace of knowing you are enough. 9. Cultivating a commanding aura. Your presence is a powerful tool in commanding respect. It's not about arrogance or dominance, but about cultivating an aura of quiet confidence and self-assuredness. This begins with self-awareness, understanding your strengths, acknowledging your weaknesses, and consistently striving for self-improvement. Think of it as embodying the Stoic ideal of living virtuously, focusing on your character and actions rather than seeking external validation. One aspect of presence is physical. How you carry yourself speaks volumes. Stand tall, maintain eye contact, and move with purpose. This isn't about puffing yourself up. It's about conveying an inner strength that naturally commands respect. Regular exercise not only improves your physical well-being but also boosts confidence, which directly impacts your presence. Remember, your body language is a reflection of your inner state. Another element is mental presence. This involves being fully engaged in the moment, listening attentively, and responding thoughtfully. Avoid distractions and give your undivided attention to the person you're interacting with. This shows respect and conveys that you value their presence. In today's world of constant digital distractions, this focused attention is increasingly rare and therefore even more appreciated. Your verbal communication also contributes to your presence. Speak clearly, concisely, and with conviction. Avoid filler words and choose your words carefully. This doesn't mean being overly formal or verbose. It's about conveying confidence and clarity in your communication. Think of the Stoic principle of choosing your words wisely, speaking with purpose, and avoiding idle chatter. Finally, your emotional presence plays a critical role. This involves managing your emotions effectively, remaining calm under pressure, and responding to challenges with composure. This doesn't mean suppressing emotions. It means processing them constructively and responding in a way that reflects your values. This emotional stability is a powerful attractor and commands respect because it demonstrates self-mastery and resilience. Cultivating a commanding presence takes practice and conscious effort. It involves continuous self-reflection and a commitment to personal growth. Embrace the Stoic principles of self-awareness, discipline, and virtue, and you'll find that your presence naturally becomes more commanding, attracting respect and admiration effortlessly. 10. Embracing the Stoic path. The path to commanding respect is a journey of self-discovery and continuous improvement. It's about embodying the principles of Stoicism, wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance, and integrating them into your daily life. This is not a destination but an ongoing process of self-mastery. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, our thoughts, actions, and reactions, and to accept what we cannot. This acceptance doesn't imply passivity. It's about choosing how we respond to external events. By focusing on our inner world, we cultivate resilience and emotional stability, which are crucial for commanding respect. Start by cultivating self-awareness. Understand your strengths and weaknesses, your values and aspirations. This self-knowledge is the foundation upon which you build your character. Regular self-reflection, journaling, and mindfulness practices can help you gain deeper insights into yourself. Next, develop discipline. Set clear goals and work towards them consistently. This discipline not only helps you achieve your objectives, but also demonstrates your commitment and resilience, qualities that inspire respect. Remember the Stoic emphasis on action. It's not enough to simply contemplate virtue. You must actively practice it. Cultivate courage, not just physical courage, but also the courage to stand by your convictions, to speak your truth, and to make difficult choices. This inner strength is evident in your actions and commands respect from those around you. Embrace the Stoic ideal of facing challenges with fortitude and accepting what you cannot change. Finally, practice temperance. This involves moderation in all things, avoiding extremes, and finding balance in your life. It's about managing your desires and impulses, making choices that align with your values, and maintaining a sense of inner peace. This temperance reflects self-control and fosters respect, demonstrating that you are not swayed by fleeting desires or external pressures. The journey to self-mastery is a lifelong endeavor. Embrace the challenges, learn from your mistakes, and celebrate your successes. By consistently striving to live virtuously and embodying the principles of Stoicism, you will not only command respect but also cultivate a life of meaning, purpose, and fulfillment. Now that you've discovered the one move to earn her instant respect, let's tackle a more controversial topic. Do women really find 80% of men unattractive? This statistic has sparked debates everywhere, but what does it actually mean? And more importantly, where do you stand? In the next segment, we'll break down the truth behind this claim and what it reveals about attraction dynamics. If you've been enjoying this content, don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss out on powerful insights. Let's dive into the facts and separate myth from reality. Do women really find 80% of men unattractive? In 2024, more and more women are choosing not to date or get married. This is gradually becoming a trend, not only in the US, but also in several developed countries around the world. What has caused this situation? Is the world becoming too advanced, leading women to lose faith in sincerity? Or has something happened that makes women feel men are no longer appealing? The rise of dating apps has undeniably revolutionized how people connect romantically. With just a swipe, a vast pool of potential partners is readily available, defying geographical limitations and offering unparalleled convenience. However, this ease of access has also brought about new complexities, particularly regarding perceptions of attractiveness and the formation of romantic connections. A recent study, revealing that women on a popular dating app rated 80% of men as below average in attractiveness, has sparked intense debate and introspection about the nature of attraction in the digital age. This finding, while shocking to some, opens a dialogue on several intertwined factors contributing to this phenomenon, moving beyond simple judgments of appearance to explore the multifaceted reality of dating app dynamics. Unraveling the 80% unattractive claim, a multifaceted perspective. Attributing such a bold claim solely to a perceived lack of attractiveness among men would be an oversimplification, ignoring the intricate interplay of societal expectations, gender roles, and the inherent limitations of online platforms. Examining this phenomenon requires addressing several key areas: the illusion of abundance and the paradox of choice. In today's digital age, dating apps offer users a seemingly endless supply of potential matches. With just a swipe, individuals can browse through countless profiles, each presenting a new opportunity for connection. This abundance of choice has redefined how we approach dating, creating an illusion that there is always someone better just around the corner. However, this seemingly endless variety, while initially exciting, comes with a downside: the paradox of choice. The idea behind the paradox of choice is simple. The more options we have, the harder it becomes to make a decision, and the less satisfied we are with the decisions we do make. When it comes to dating apps, users are constantly exposed to hundreds of potential partners. At first, this abundance might seem like a blessing. More choices should mean a better chance of finding the perfect match, right? Unfortunately, that's not always how it works out. Instead of helping users find someone, this abundance can lead to something called choice overload. Faced with an overwhelming number of options, people often experience decision fatigue. It becomes difficult to commit to any one option when you are always thinking that the next person might be a better fit. This mindset can make it nearly impossible to feel satisfied with a choice, as there's a persistent belief that something better might be just a swipe away. This abundance also changes the way we evaluate potential partners. Instead of viewing each profile as a unique individual, users often become more critical and discerning, looking for small flaws or reasons to keep swiping. A profile that might have seemed interesting at first glance can be easily passed over in the hope of finding someone with fewer perceived imperfections. In the pursuit of the perfect match, users become desensitized and the novelty of each new profile quickly wears off. The result is a dating culture where people are less willing to commit and more focused on maximizing their options, even if it leads to frustration in the long run. Furthermore, the illusion of abundance fosters unrealistic expectations. With so many profiles at our fingertips, it's easy to believe that a perfect match, someone who meets all of our criteria, is out there waiting. This creates a cycle of endless searching where no one is ever good enough, and settling down feels like settling for less. In reality, no one is perfect, and relationships require compromise, but dating apps encourage a mindset that there's always someone better just a few swipes away. In essence, dating apps operate on a principle of abundant choice that, while enticing at first, often leads to disappointment. The paradox of choice creates an environment where it's harder to commit and easier to become overly critical. Users can become stuck in a cycle of endless swiping, chasing an illusion of perfection that may never materialize. Ultimately, while dating apps promise to expand the pool of potential partners, they can also make it more difficult to find lasting, meaningful connections. In the quest for the perfect match, we risk losing sight of the genuine connections that might already be within reach. Visual-centric platforms and the prioritization of physical appearance. In the world of online dating, first impressions are everything, and dating apps are built to capitalize on this fact. These platforms prioritize visual cues, placing a strong emphasis on physical appearance. With users swiping left or right based on a curated selection of photos and a brief bio, the focus on looks has never been more prominent in the dating landscape. While this can create an initial spark, it also brings with it a host of challenges, including a disconnect between online perception and real-life attractiveness. Dating apps are inherently visual-centric, meaning the first thing you notice about a potential match is their appearance. In many cases, users don't even read bios until they've decided whether they're physically attracted to the person. This leads to a culture where physical attractiveness becomes the primary currency. Users are judged, liked, or passed over based on how well they've curated their photos, which may or may not reflect who they are in real life. One key issue with this is the potential for a disconnect between how someone appears online and how they come across in person. Filters, lighting, angles, and photo editing apps allow people to enhance or modify their looks, sometimes presenting a version of themselves that is far removed from reality. This creates a situation where people's real-life attractiveness may not live up to the expectations set by their online profiles. For some, this leads to disappointment and frustration when meeting face-to-face, making it harder to form genuine connections. Men, in particular, often face challenges in adapting to this visual-centric platform. Social norms have historically conditioned men to prioritize physical prowess over aesthetic refinement. While physical fitness and strength have been emphasized, the idea of spending time on one's appearance, choosing flattering photos, finding good lighting, or selecting the right outfits, is not as deeply ingrained in male socialization. As a result, many men may struggle with creating profiles that present them in the most attractive light. In contrast, women are often socialized to invest significant time and effort into their appearance, from makeup and hair to carefully curated outfits, and this mindset tends to extend into the world of online dating. This discrepancy in how men and women present themselves online may contribute to the perceived disparity in attractiveness between the genders on dating apps. Women, who are generally more practiced at highlighting their aesthetic appeal, may appear more attractive online compared to men, whose profiles often come off as less polished or visually appealing. As a result, men may find themselves at a disadvantage, particularly on platforms where initial decisions are based almost entirely on visual cues. The emphasis on physical appearance in dating apps also reinforces unrealistic standards of beauty. Users are constantly comparing themselves to the polished, filtered versions of others, which can lead to feelings of inadequacy or insecurity. The pressure to present an idealized version of oneself can be exhausting and may contribute to a superficial dating culture where true connection is often overlooked in favor of fleeting attraction. Visual-centric platforms like dating apps have reshaped how we form first impressions, placing physical appearance at the forefront of attraction. While this approach can generate initial interest, it also fosters a disconnect between online perception and real-life attractiveness, particularly for men who may not be as adept at curating flattering profiles. Ultimately, this prioritization of appearance can contribute to a more superficial dating experience, where genuine connections are harder to come by amid the quest for visual perfection. The subjectivity of attraction and the diversity of preferences. Attraction is a deeply subjective experience, shaped by a myriad of influences, including cultural background, personal experiences, and individual tastes. What one person finds irresistible may be completely overlooked by someone else, and this is the beauty of human connection. Each person's preferences are uniquely their own. In the world of dating, especially through dating apps, this subjectivity becomes more pronounced as users navigate an environment that promises diverse options. However, while dating apps offer a wide array of potential matches, they can also inadvertently promote a homogenization of desirable traits based on popular trends and societal standards. Attractiveness is never a one-size-fits-all concept. It can be influenced by factors as diverse as someone's sense of humor, their kindness, or even the way they carry themselves. Cultural background plays a significant role as well. What is considered attractive in one culture may not have the same appeal in another. For example, standards of beauty can vary widely across different societies, with some valuing certain physical features that others may not prioritize. Beyond culture, personal experiences also shape what we find attractive. A person who had a particularly strong connection with someone who was witty and charismatic may place a higher value on humor and personality over traditional standards of beauty. Despite this diversity of attraction, dating apps can sometimes promote a more limited view of what is considered desirable. The algorithms used by these platforms are often designed to showcase profiles that align with popular trends and societal standards. As a result, users may find themselves being shown similar types of people repeatedly, leading to the perception that there's a uniform mold of attractiveness that everyone should aspire to. For instance, certain physical traits like specific body types, hairstyles, or facial features may become disproportionately emphasized due to their prevalence in popular media or social trends. This homogenization of desirable traits can lead to a narrowing of preferences, where users might unintentionally overlook potential partners who don't fit the popular mold. Even if someone possesses qualities that are deeply attractive, like intelligence, empathy, or a unique sense of style, they might be passed over because they don't meet the standardized criteria that dating apps seem to highlight. In this sense, the focus shifts from recognizing individual differences and appreciating a wide range of attractiveness to a more streamlined view of what people should look like or act like to be considered attractive. Another consequence of this homogenization is that users may start to doubt their own preferences, questioning whether their attractions are valid if they don't align with the majority. This can lead to a kind of conformity where people begin to pursue certain traits or appearances simply because they are popular, not necessarily because they resonate with their personal sense of attraction. While dating apps offer a wide pool of potential matches, their design can unintentionally reinforce narrow standards of beauty, leading users to overlook people who may be a great match but don't fit into the predetermined mold. Attraction is inherently diverse and subjective, and no algorithm can fully capture the complex array of qualities that make someone appealing. To truly connect with others, it's important to remember that what one person finds attractive may not resonate with another, and that's perfectly okay. Expanding our understanding of what it means to be desirable can open the door to more meaningful connections that go beyond surface-level traits. The role of filters, editing, and the distortion of reality in online dating. In today's digital world, filters, editing apps, and curated online personas have become pervasive tools for shaping how people present themselves, particularly in the realm of online dating. These tools offer the ability to enhance physical features, smooth out imperfections, and create a version of oneself that may not fully align with reality. While this practice impacts both men and women, the societal pressures around beauty standards mean that the effects are often felt more acutely by women. This culture of editing and filtering can lead to unrealistic beauty standards, fostering a disconnect between online presentation and real-life appearance. Ultimately, this disparity can result in disappointment and a perceived lack of attractiveness when face-to-face encounters fall short of the idealized images portrayed online. The widespread use of filters and editing apps allows individuals to tweak their appearances in various ways. A simple swipe of a filter can brighten skin tones, enhance facial features, and even reshape body proportions. While men may use these tools to emphasize certain features such as enhancing muscle definition or jawline sharpness, the pressure to conform to traditional beauty standards is often more intense for women. Women are frequently expected to meet certain ideals, whether it be flawless skin, a perfect body, or a youthful appearance, and these expectations are reinforced by media, advertising, and social norms. As a result, women may engage with editing apps more extensively, carefully constructing their online personas to align with these unrealistic beauty standards. This reliance on filters and editing tools has led to a culture where online personas are often far removed from reality. The images presented on dating profiles are frequently not a true reflection of what individuals look like in their everyday lives. Instead, They are polished and perfected representations, designed to attract attention and generate interest. While this might lead to more matches or positive interactions online, it can also create a gap between how people are perceived online and how they appear in person. When online interactions progress to in-person encounters, the disparity between these idealized images and real-life appearance can cause disappointment. What seemed attractive or appealing online may not translate the same way in reality, leading to a perceived lack of attractiveness. For example, if someone's profile photos have been heavily filtered to smooth out skin imperfections or enhance certain features, their real-life appearance may fall short of the expectations created by their online images. This can undermine the potential for genuine connection, as people may feel deceived or let down by the difference between the online persona and the real individual. Moreover, this culture of editing and filtering exacerbates issues related to self-esteem and body image. Constant exposure to polished, idealized images can lead individuals to feel inadequate or less attractive in comparison. For both men and women, this can create pressure to conform to these unrealistic standards, further fueling the cycle of using editing tools to present an idealized version of oneself. This cycle not only distorts reality but also impacts how people engage with others, as they may prioritize creating a perfect online appearance over being authentic and genuine. While men and women both engage with these tools, societal pressures often place a heavier burden on women to conform to specific beauty ideals. This results in a disparity between online presentation and real-life appearance, leading to disappointment in offline encounters. The obsession with creating a flawless online persona can hinder the development of meaningful connections, as individuals struggle to reconcile the difference between virtual and real-life attractiveness. Ultimately, this culture of distortion impacts not only how people view themselves, but also how they relate to others in the digital age. The rapid growth of social media and dating apps makes it seem like people find it harder to believe in real connections. It's just typing, anyone can do that. It's just swiping left or right, anyone can do that too. This makes women increasingly cautious to the point where they don't even believe in what's called love anymore. Men, in their eyes, have become less attractive because they think all men are the same, just people hiding behind a keyboard looking for love with the mentality of just for fun. Dating apps have drastically changed how people meet potential partners, offering a seemingly endless stream of possibilities right at our fingertips. But while this digital convenience brings more options, it has also had a profound impact on how relationships are perceived and valued. With the gamified nature of these platforms, where swiping becomes second nature, a sense of detachment has emerged, turning relationships into fleeting encounters. The ease of browsing through profiles paired with the fear that you might be missing out on something better has led to a noticeable devaluation of genuine connections. The lure of immediate gratification often overshadows the slow, meaningful development of deeper bonds, where things like shared values, emotional intimacy, and intellectual compatibility become far more important than looks alone. The swipe feature, one of the most prominent aspects of dating apps, transforms dating into a sort of game. You see a face, make a split-second decision, and swipe accordingly. This simplicity fosters a mindset where dating becomes less about building a connection and more about seeing how many potential matches you can accumulate. The very design encourages people to view each interaction as disposable, focusing more on quantity than quality. The act of swiping through countless profiles can lead to users seeing people as just another option in an endless lineup, rather than as potential partners worthy of emotional investment. Then, there's the constant presence of the next one. With every swipe, you could potentially meet someone better, someone who ticks just one more box than the last person did. This fear of missing out, or FOMO, fuels a reluctance to commit, even when you come across someone with whom you share a real connection. There's always the nagging thought that someone even more compatible is just a swipe away. This mentality can stifle the potential for deep, meaningful relationships, as users keep their options open and resist the vulnerability that comes with committing to one person. Casual encounters have become a major part of the dating app experience, largely because of the way these platforms are structured. The ease and abundance of choice mean that many users treat these apps as a way to find short-term flings rather than long-term relationships. The focus is often on instant gratification, whether that's a hookup or a fun, temporary fling, rather than laying the foundation for something lasting. As a result, the deeper aspects of relationships like emotional closeness and intellectual compatibility take a back seat. When the focus is primarily on physical attraction and short-term satisfaction, the qualities that truly sustain a relationship, like mutual respect, shared values, and emotional support, get overlooked. Yes, physical attraction might draw people in at first, but it's those deeper elements that matter over time. Unfortunately, the constant rush for new and exciting matches leaves little room for these traits to emerge, and the potential for a meaningful connection often fades away before it even begins. This has contributed to a dating culture that often feels more transactional than genuine. People can easily move from one match to the next, treating each encounter as a short-term experience rather than an opportunity to build something real. The gamified nature of dating apps combined with the abundance of choices has made it easy to replace relationships with a swipe, reinforcing the idea that people are disposable. This devaluation of connection stands in stark contrast to the qualities that make relationships truly fulfilling. The focus on instant gratification, the fear of missing out, and the emphasis on casual encounters have all contributed to a culture where relationships are treated as temporary and meaningful bonds are harder to come by. To create deeper, more meaningful connections, a shift in perspective is needed, one that values emotional depth, intellectual connection, and the vulnerability of true partnership over the thrill of a quick match. So, gentlemen, what should we do now? Recalibrating perspectives, shifting focus from superficiality to substance in the world of digital dating. In the fast-paced world of dating apps, where the next potential match is just a swipe away, the emphasis on physical appearance and first impressions has taken center stage. The claim that 80% of people are unattractive may seem disheartening, but when we delve deeper into the complexities of online dating, it becomes clear that this perception stems from a set of skewed priorities. The truth is, attractiveness is subjective and multi-layered, extending beyond physical appearance to encompass shared values, personality, and emotional connection. By recalibrating our perspectives and shifting focus from superficiality to substance, we can foster more meaningful, genuine connections within the digital dating landscape. Understanding the root of the 80% unattractive perception. The 80% unattractive statistic, often cited in discussions about online dating, is less a reflection of reality and more a result of how dating apps are designed to function. These platforms rely heavily on visual appeal, encouraging users to make split-second judgments based primarily on photos. With the constant bombardment of curated images, users are conditioned to rate profiles with a hypercritical eye. This, coupled with the sheer volume of potential matches available, can make people feel like they have an endless supply of options, leading to a mentality of seeking the best and inadvertently devaluing those who don't meet specific, often unattainable beauty standards. However, attractiveness is not a static quality. It varies from person to person and culture to culture. What one person finds attractive may not resonate with another. Unfortunately, dating apps often push users to conform to a narrow definition of beauty, promoting societal standards that prioritize physical appearance over substance. This phenomenon has led to a superficial dating culture where physical attraction is often emphasized at the expense of deeper qualities like personality, shared values, and emotional compatibility. Cultivating authenticity and embracing individuality. One of the most crucial steps in recalibrating our approach to online dating is cultivating authenticity. In a world where filters, editing apps, and curated personas dominate, it's easy to get lost in the pressure to present an idealized version of ourselves. Both men and women are often influenced by societal pressures to conform to specific beauty ideals, which can lead to a gap between online presentation and reality. This gap becomes evident when face-to-face encounters fail to live up to the expectations set by filtered photos and curated profiles. For men, who may not be as socially conditioned to focus on aesthetic refinement, creating an attractive online profile can feel like a daunting task. On the other hand, women, who often face greater societal pressure to look a certain way, may invest more time in carefully constructing their online personas, sometimes at the expense of authenticity. This can create a disconnect between how people present themselves online and how they appear in real life, which in turn leads to disappointment when initial online attraction doesn't translate into a real-world connection. To foster more genuine interactions, it's essential to encourage authenticity in online dating profiles. Rather than relying on filters or edited photos, individuals should feel empowered to present their real selves. This means using photos that reflect how they look in everyday life, and writing bios that highlight their true interests, values, and personalities. By embracing individuality and moving beyond the pressure to conform to societal beauty standards, users can create profiles that attract others based on genuine connection rather than superficial appeal. Focusing on shared values and genuine compatibility. Physical attraction may spark initial interest, but lasting relationships are built on much more than just appearances. One of the most significant shifts that can occur in the digital dating realm is a move away from prioritizing physical attributes toward focusing on shared values and genuine compatibility. While it's natural to be drawn to someone's appearance, it's the deeper aspects of a person, such as their beliefs, personality, and interests, that ultimately determine whether a relationship will thrive. Online dating platforms often prioritize the visual, which can make it easy to overlook qualities that matter more in the long term. However, meaningful relationships are built on a foundation of shared experiences, intellectual connection, and emotional support. By shifting the focus from appearance to these deeper qualities, users can form more fulfilling relationships that are based on mutual respect and understanding. One way to encourage this shift is by emphasizing thoughtful communication in the online dating process. Rather than rushing through profiles based solely on appearance, users should take the time to read bios, engage in meaningful conversations, and explore shared interests. By focusing on the substance behind the profile, individuals can form connections that are based on more than just surface-level attraction. This approach not only fosters deeper relationships, but also reduces the pressure to conform to narrow beauty standards. Encouraging meaningful interactions and conscious dating practices. Dating apps, by their very design, promote a culture of rapid, disposable interactions. The ease of swiping through profiles, combined with the allure of endless options, can lead to a superficial approach to dating, where users prioritize quantity over quality. This gamified approach to dating creates an environment where meaningful connections are often overshadowed by the thrill of finding the next match. To counteract this trend, it's important to promote conscious dating practices that encourage users to slow down and engage with the process more thoughtfully. Conscious dating involves being intentional about how we interact with potential matches, prioritizing meaningful conversations over mindless swiping, and focusing on quality interactions rather than sheer numbers. This shift in mindset can lead to deeper, more genuine connections and help combat the disposability that often defines online dating culture. By engaging in conscious dating, individuals can foster more thoughtful interactions that go beyond physical attraction. This means being present in conversations, asking meaningful questions, and taking the time to get to know the person behind the profile. Conscious dating also encourages users to approach each interaction with an open mind, recognizing that true compatibility may not always align with initial physical impressions. Recognizing the limitations of online platforms and seeking real-world connections. While dating apps offer a convenient way to meet new people, it's essential to recognize their limitations. These platforms are merely tools for facilitating connections, not the sole avenue for finding love. The digital realm, while useful for initial introductions, should not be viewed as a replacement for real-world interactions. Online dating often creates a narrow, curated experience that lacks the spontaneity and depth of real-life encounters. Meeting people in person allows for a fuller understanding of their personality, body language, and energy, qualities that are difficult to capture through a screen. By expanding social circles, pursuing personal passions, and engaging in activities outside the digital space, individuals can create more organic opportunities to meet potential partners. Real-world connections also provide a more balanced perspective on attraction. In person, people are often drawn to qualities like humor, kindness, and intelligence, which may not be immediately apparent in a static online profile. By embracing opportunities for real-life interaction, individuals can break free from the superficiality that often defines online dating and form connections based on genuine compatibility. In an era where dating apps often prioritize physical appearance and rapid interaction, It's easy to feel disheartened by the state of modern relationships. However, by recalibrating our perspectives and shifting focus from superficiality to substance, we can foster more meaningful, lasting connections. Cultivating authenticity, emphasizing shared values, and promoting conscious dating practices are all steps toward reclaiming the depth and richness of real relationships. Now I'm going to reveal to you dark psychology tricks to make any woman love you. Gentlemen, pay close attention. Are you unknowingly sabotaging your relationship? Shockingly, most men make these 7 devastating mistakes, killing the spark and pushing love away. From ignoring vulnerability to choking the romance with complacency, these pitfalls can turn a passionate connection into a silent battlefield. Don't let this be you. Discover the secrets to a thriving relationship and avoid these common traps that can leave you heartbroken and alone. Are you brave enough to face the truth? Number 1. Avoiding vulnerability at all costs. Let's kick things off with the big V, vulnerability. What's the usual perception? Men are expected to be these stoic, emotionless rocks, impervious to everything. Sounds familiar? Well, let's be real. That's not only outdated, but also incredibly dull. Who wants to connect with someone who's all walls and no windows? When we shy away from vulnerability, we're shutting the door to authentic connections. Here's the truth. Real relationships are built on moments when we allow ourselves to be seen, when we share our dreams, our fears, and yes, even those quirky, embarrassing stories that make us uniquely us. But so many men think, if I reveal my true self, they'll think I'm weak. Let me stop you right there. That's not just wrong. It's the opposite of reality. Being vulnerable isn't about weakness. It's about strength. It takes guts to drop the facade and let someone see the real you. Now, don't get me wrong. Vulnerability isn't about laying all your cards on the table during the first date. It's about slowly, gradually inviting someone into your world, piece by piece. How to avoid this mistake? The next time you feel yourself holding back, pause and dig deeper. Ask yourself, what's stopping you? Are you afraid they'll judge you? Worried about rejection? Here's the kicker. Everyone has insecurities. Everyone. When you take the lead and open up about yours, it creates a safe space for your partner to do the same. That's when the magic happens. That's the sweet spot where relationships thrive and deepen. So, take the leap. Share a little more and watch how it transforms the connection. Vulnerability isn't a risk, it's a superpower. Start practicing today by sharing one of your insecurities in your relationship. You might be surprised at how it deepens your connection. Number 2. Listening to reply, not to understand. I'll never forget this one time back in college. I was sitting with my then girlfriend, having what I thought was a meaningful conversation. She was opening up, sharing something deeply personal, and there I was, nodding along while mentally crafting the perfect response. When she finally paused, I jumped in with my brilliant advice, expecting gratitude. Instead, she let out a frustrated sigh and said, "I didn't need you to fix it. I just wanted you to listen." That moment hit me like a ton of bricks. You see, many of us men have this natural fixer instinct. Someone shares a problem, and boom, we're in problem-solving mode. And sure, there's a time and place for that. But in relationships, fixing isn't always what's needed. Often, it's about being there, being present, and truly understanding. How to avoid this mistake? The next time someone comes to you with a problem, resist the urge to immediately offer solutions. Instead, take a moment and ask, do you want me to help figure this out? Or do you just want me to listen? Here's the trick. Once they answer, follow through. If they just need you to listen, then really listen. Put away distractions, quiet that little voice in your head that's itching to speak, and focus entirely on what they're saying. Listen not just with your ears, but with your heart. Show them that you're present, engaged, and genuinely care. Looking back, my college mistake taught me an invaluable lesson, one I hope you can learn without the same awkward misstep. When you listen to understand rather than reply, it changes everything in a relationship. Next time someone shares their feelings with you, try this. Just listen. No advice, no interruptions. Just be there. You'll be amazed at how powerful that can be. Number 3. Putting your partner on a pedestal. Let me paint a picture for you. Imagine you've just purchased your dream car, a sleek, vintage masterpiece that you've been longing for years. It's everything you imagined, shiny, flawless, and turns heads wherever it goes. Every time you see it, you feel a rush of pride. But instead of taking it out for a ride and experiencing the thrill of the open road, you decide to keep it locked away in the garage. You're terrified of it getting scratched, dinged, or losing that pristine condition. Over time, that incredible car becomes less about the joy of driving and more about the fear of damage. It's no longer a part of your journey, it's just a display piece. This is what happens when you put your partner on a pedestal. When you view them as this perfect, untouchable being, you strip away their ability to be authentically themselves. They're no longer allowed to have bad days, make mistakes, or simply be human without you feeling like the image you've built in your mind is shattered. And when those inevitable imperfections surface, it can feel as devastating as that first scratch on your dream car. How to avoid this mistake? Your partner isn't meant to be preserved in some idealized state, untouched by life's realities. Like that car, they're here to be part of your journey, through the smooth highways, the unexpected detours, and even the occasional pothole. Start appreciating them for who they truly are. Embrace their quirks, their flaws, and their humanity, because that's where the real beauty of a relationship lies. It's not in keeping them on a pedestal, but in walking side by side through life, sharing every moment, perfect or not. Take a moment today to acknowledge your partner for their real, unpolished self. Celebrate their imperfections and watch how it strengthens your bond. Number 4. Thinking. Silence is golden. Here's a classic mistake we've all made at some point, believing that staying silent about a problem will somehow make it disappear. You've probably thought, if I don't bring it up, it won't escalate. But let me tell you, silence doesn't solve problems, it amplifies them. Whether it's the fear of confrontation or the belief that talking will only stir the pot, we often convince ourselves that avoiding the issue is the safer route. The truth? It's not. Ignored problems don't dissolve. They linger, grow, and eventually erupt when you least expect it. In relationships, this avoidance can breed resentment, foster misunderstandings, and create a chasm between you and your partner. Those little annoyances you shrug off, they snowball into bigger issues that become harder to address over time. How to avoid this mistake? Make open communication a priority in your relationship. It's better to address concerns early, while they're still manageable, than to let them spiral into something much larger. Sure, it might feel awkward or even uncomfortable at first, especially if you're not used to these conversations. But like any skill, it gets easier with practice. When you do bring up issues, approach the conversation with care and an open mind. It's not about casting blame or proving a point. It's about finding a solution together. Create a safe space where both of you can share honestly without fear of judgment. One tip: incorporate regular check-ins into your relationship. Set aside time every week or month to talk about how things are going, both the good and the not so good. It's a simple habit that can make a huge difference in staying connected and avoiding unnecessary tension. Start today by addressing one small concern you've been holding back on. Remember, honest conversations are the foundation of a strong, lasting relationship. Number 5. Forgetting that small moments matter. A few years back, a close friend shared a realization that completely changed how he viewed his relationship. He told me about all the grand gestures he'd focused on: lavish anniversary dinners, extravagant getaways, and carefully planned surprises. But in chasing those big moments, he'd overlooked the smaller ones: lazy Sunday mornings with pancakes, goofy living room dance-offs, and quiet evenings on the porch, simply holding hands and watching the world go by. He confessed that those tiny, unscripted moments were what truly made his relationship special. Yet, caught up in life's fast pace and the pressure to go big, he had let them fade into the background. It's a trap many of us fall into. We're taught to believe that love needs to be loud and grand, that only the big gestures can convey how much we care. But in reality, it's often the quiet, everyday moments that matter most, the ones that happen naturally without fanfare. How to avoid this mistake? Stop reserving your expressions of love for anniversaries, birthdays, or other big events. Instead, celebrate the ordinary days. Love thrives in the little things, the moments that might seem small but are packed with meaning. It could be as simple as making your partner's favorite coffee in the morning, sneaking a sweet note into their bag, or curling up together for a cozy movie night. These gestures might not be flashy, but they build the foundation of connection and intimacy that keeps a relationship strong. Cherishing these small moments reminds you and your partner that love isn't just in the highlights, but in the everyday moments that make life together truly special. Number 6. Becoming complacent with time. We've all heard the story or maybe even lived it. As relationships grow older, the effort we put into them often diminishes. The excitement and spontaneity of the early days, the surprise gestures, the late-night conversations and the thrill of discovery can gradually give way to predictable routines and a sense of familiarity. Now, routines aren't the enemy here. They can provide comfort, stability, and a sense of home. But when that comfort turns into complacency, the relationship can start to feel stagnant, almost like it's running on autopilot. Think back to the beginning of your relationship. Remember how curious you were to know everything about your partner, how you wanted to be your best self for them, the effort you put into making them feel special. That energy doesn't have to fade with time, it just needs to evolve, and it's easy to fall into a trap of thinking you know everything about your partner, that there's nothing new to learn. But the truth is, people change. They grow, adapt, and develop new interests and dreams. A thriving relationship keeps pace with those changes, staying curious and engaged. How to avoid this mistake? Commit to a mindset of lifelong learning, not just about the world, but about each other. Make it a priority to grow together and to keep discovering new facets of your partner and your relationship. One simple but effective practice? Regularly schedule date nights, no matter how long you've been together. These don't have to be elaborate or expensive. What matters is the intentional time spent together. Try new activities as a couple, whether it's taking a cooking class, exploring a new hiking trail, or picking up a hobby you can enjoy side by side. Shared experiences are the fuel that reignite the spark, bringing back that sense of excitement and connection. And don't forget to take moments to reflect on what brought you together in the first place. Remind yourself and each other of the reasons you fell in love and actively find ways to nurture and deepen that bond as the years go by. Number 7. Neglecting self-improvement. One common mistake many men make in relationships is forgetting the importance of self-growth. It's easy to think that once you're in a stable relationship, the hard work is done. But relationships aren't just about what you give to your partner. They're also about how you continue to grow as an individual. When you stop investing in yourself, whether it's your health, your passions, or your personal goals, it can lead to a sense of stagnation, not just for you, but for the relationship as well. Neglecting self-improvement can make your partner feel like you're not bringing your best self to the table anymore, which can slowly chip away at the connection. How to avoid this mistake? Stay committed to your own growth and development. Pursue your hobbies, invest in your physical and mental health, and set personal goals that excite you. This doesn't mean prioritizing yourself over your partner, but rather understanding that being the best version of yourself benefits both of you. When you focus on improving yourself, you not only feel more confident and fulfilled, but you also bring fresh energy and perspectives into the relationship. Plus, seeing you strive for growth can inspire your partner to do the same, creating a dynamic where you both evolve together. Ask yourself today, what's one thing you can do to better yourself, not just for you, but for your relationship? Start small and watch how it transforms both your life and your love. Relationships are a journey, not a finish line. They thrive on consistent effort, honest communication, and a deep appreciation for both the big milestones and the small everyday moments. Avoiding common pitfalls and staying intentional about your connection can make all the difference. It's not about being perfect, it's about being present. Keep the spark alive by embracing growth, cherishing the little things, and creating a partnership that's as genuine as it is enduring. No woman can ignore these 7 good morning texts. Building a strong relationship starts with avoiding common mistakes, but it's the small, thoughtful gestures, like the perfect good morning text, that truly set you apart and keep her intrigued. The first message. The mystery. Have you ever wondered what makes a woman think about you all day after just one good morning text? It's not about sending the overused good morning message that every other guy sends. It's about creating a moment she can't forget. The secret? Mystery. It taps into a primal human emotion, curiosity. Imagine starting her day with something like, "Good morning. You won't believe the dream I had about you last night." Instantly, her mind starts turning, wondering what you're thinking. You've created a mental loop and now she's intrigued. A Stoic approach adds a layer of finesse here, balancing emotional control with just enough intrigue to catch her attention without overdoing it. As the philosopher Seneca wisely observed, it is the power of the mind to be unconquerable. High-value men understand this balance. They know that sparking curiosity isn't manipulation, it's building connection through thoughtful communication. Picture this. In a world filled with constant noise and endless distractions, the man who cultivates an air of mystery stands out. He's a refreshing change from the oversharers. Think about it. When was the last time someone captivated you by telling you everything up front? Probably never. People, especially women, love a good puzzle. By maintaining just the right amount of mystery, you'll stay in her thoughts, even when you're not around. Look at social media for a modern example. The people who post every detail of their lives often fade into the background. Meanwhile, those who share just enough to stir curiosity grab attention. Romantic relationships work the same way. Modern stoicism in relationships means taking measured steps, sharing enough to connect while leaving room for intrigue. So, the next time you send a good morning text, add a hint of mystery. Ask yourself, how can I build anticipation without giving away too much? Master this art, and you're not just sending a text, you're leaving an impression she won't forget. That's the mark of a high-value man. The second message is about touching hearts. A good morning text isn't just a greeting, it's an opportunity to forge an emotional connection that women find irresistible. Instead of sending a routine, "good morning," think about crafting a message that shows genuine care and thoughtfulness. Women, being naturally emotionally attuned, value connection above all else. Showing interest in what matters to her sets you apart as a high-value man. Imagine waking up to a message like this. "Good morning. I hope today brings you closer to your dreams. What are you working on right now that excites you?" This goes beyond a simple greeting. It opens the door to meaningful dialogue. It's about her passions, her goals, her inner world. It's a level of depth most men overlook, but one that creates a bond far beyond surface-level interactions. A friend of mine who embodies Stoic principles discovered this the hard way. He used to focus on impressing women with compliments and stories about his achievements, thinking it would win their admiration. But nothing changed until he began asking them about their dreams, their emotions, and their challenges. That small shift made all the difference. Suddenly, women who once seemed distant were eager to engage because they felt understood, seen, and valued. This is the essence of purposeful communication. It's not about overwhelming her with attention, but about showing her you're present and genuinely interested. One thoughtful question can spark a deeper connection, transforming a mundane text into something meaningful. It's the same Stoic principle of focusing on what truly matters: connection, understanding, and authenticity. So, before sending your next morning text, ask yourself, what feeling do you want to evoke? What impression do you hope to leave? Winning her heart isn't about extravagant gestures, it's about thoughtful, consistent actions that show you see her for who she truly is. If this resonates with you, comment below, "I am ready, I am a high-value man." And don't stop here, give us a like and subscribe to our channel. Up next, we're diving into the secrets women adore. Let's uncover them together. Stay tuned. The third good morning text ignites her imagination. The third good morning text goes beyond pleasantries. It sparks her imagination and stimulates her mind, opening the door to boundless possibilities. Relationships aren't just about physical attraction. They thrive on mental stimulation, and this type of message excels in fostering that deeper connection. Consider sending something like, "Good morning. If you could be anywhere in the world right now, where would you be?" At first glance, it seems simple, but this question transcends casual small talk. It invites her to reflect on her dreams and desires, subtly tying those thoughts to you. With this text, you're not just starting a conversation, you're taking her on a mental journey. This kind of open-ended question creates space for personal sharing, often revealing her hidden aspirations and ambitions. These insights can become the foundation for profound future conversations, strengthening your emotional bond. How often do people take the time to genuinely ask about someone's dreams? Rarely. That's why this text stands out. It shows thoughtfulness, curiosity, and a desire to connect beyond the surface. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." By prompting her to envision serene landscapes, exotic locales, or places of personal significance, you inspire happiness and creativity. And as she pictures these meaningful destinations, she begins associating those positive feelings with you. Together, you're creating a shared sense of adventure, even if it's just through words. This subtle yet powerful approach draws from Stoic philosophy, which reminds us that relationships are built on meaningful shared experiences, whether they're tangible or imagined. By helping her explore her inner world, you're demonstrating emotional depth, intellectual curiosity, and genuine care. These are hallmarks of a high-value man. Ask yourself, what kind of conversation do you want to create with your messages? What untapped dreams, memories, or goals could surface when you encourage her to think beyond the mundane? With this simple but thoughtful approach, you're not just texting, you're showing her that she's seen, valued, and understood. Why does this work? Because it elevates your text from routine to transformative. Stoicism teaches that true attraction lies in the mind, not just in the physical, and this type of message embodies that principle. You're not trying to manipulate her emotions, you're creating a genuine bond rooted in curiosity and shared vision. The next time you send a good morning message, challenge yourself to spark her imagination. Guide her thoughts towards something reflective or exciting, and watch how it deepens your connection. Because with the right words, you're not just saying good morning, you're crafting a moment she won't forget. The fourth message designed to evoke wonder. The fourth message is a powerful way to deepen emotional and intellectual connection. A simple but intriguing text like, "Good morning. Something remarkable occurred last night that made me think of you. I'll share later," plants a seed of curiosity that grows throughout her day. This isn't just a message, it's an invitation to anticipate, to imagine, and to feel a heightened sense of interest. Why does this approach work so well? It's rooted in human psychology. Curiosity is a compelling force. When you leave an open loop, the mind naturally gravitates toward closure, replaying the possibilities over and over. In this case, her thoughts will circle back to you repeatedly, strengthening your presence in her mind. You're not just texting her, you're creating a moment of intrigue that stands out in a world dominated by routine messages. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher, insightfully remarked, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." By sparking her wonder, you're painting her thoughts with anticipation and excitement. This isn't about manipulation or playing games. Instead, it's about enriching the connection by offering an emotional experience, one that balances mystery with genuine thoughtfulness. Amid today's superficial and predictable interactions, this kind of message rises above the noise, demonstrating intentionality and impact. Mystery and excitement are often underestimated in modern communication, yet they are foundational to maintaining interest and building rapport. By crafting a message that promises but delays a reveal, you add depth to your interactions, making them memorable. This aligns perfectly with the principles of modern Stoicism, which emphasize intentionality, presence, and emotional composure. When you send this kind of message, you're not merely saying good morning, you're creating a narrative that enriches her day. This approach also subtly communicates that you're a man of value. You're showing that you think carefully about what you say and that your words are worth waiting for. It sets you apart, signaling that you're intentional in how you interact, a quality that resonates deeply in meaningful relationships. Consider how much more engaging this is compared to the standard, "Good morning, how are you?" It's not just about the words, it's about the thought behind them. You're making her wonder, What happened? What does he want to share with me? That kind of emotional engagement isn't easily forgotten, and it fosters a sense of excitement and closeness that strengthens your connection. To leave a lasting impression, aim to transcend the predictable. Your message can create an emotional experience that builds anticipation and keeps you in her thoughts long after she reads it. It's these small, thoughtful gestures that set the tone for deeper connections and meaningful interactions. So, did you find this perspective enlightening? What are your favorite quotes or thoughts that resonate with you about connection and anticipation? Share them in the comments. Your insights might inspire others to elevate their communication as well. A powerful tool for a high-value man with a Stoic mindset is evoking emotion through carefully crafted messages. The fifth message is about reliving memories. This is not just a simple greeting, but an intentional act of rekindling shared experiences that make your bond unique. Imagine sending a message like, "Good morning. I was just reminiscing about our day at the park. It was truly special. Shall we recreate that experience sometime?" This does more than recall a pleasant memory. It reignites the associated emotions, joy, fun, and intimacy, making the moment come alive again in her mind. Nostalgia is a potent tool for connection. When you remind her of a meaningful moment you shared, you're not just recalling the past, you're linking it to the present and future. This creates a bridge between the emotions she felt then and the potential for more of those moments with you. By tapping into these positive feelings, you cultivate closeness and comfort, naturally making her crave more shared experiences. This approach is far from manipulation. It's emotional intelligence at its best. High-value men understand that building lasting impressions isn't about grand gestures, but meaningful interactions. Highlighting shared memories shows her you value your time together and pay attention to the details that matter. It's a subtle yet profound way to stand out in a world where most communication is surface level and forgettable. Reflecting on the past offers a rare opportunity to slow down in today's fast-paced world. Your message becomes an invitation to pause and savor a moment, bringing warmth to her day. This act of mindfulness not only makes her feel seen and appreciated, but also sets the stage for creating more memorable moments in the future. It's a way of saying, "I value what we've shared and look forward to building more together." Ask yourself, when was the last time you reminded her why she enjoys your company? Relationships thrive on these small yet significant reminders. By taking the time to reflect on and acknowledge special moments, you're showing her that your connection isn't built on superficiality. It's grounded in shared experiences and genuine emotion. Crafting such messages also reinforces the idea that meaningful connections require intention. You're not just another text in her inbox. You're someone who brings depth and thoughtfulness to the conversation. These are the traits of a man who leaves a lasting impression, someone who understands that relationships are built on moments that evoke deep feelings and create enduring bonds. So, what are your thoughts on this concept? Is it effective in creating meaningful connections? If so, share your thoughts in the comments or simply reply with, "Very good." Your feedback is invaluable, as it inspires others to take the time to savor and reflect on the moments that truly matter. Remember, relationships thrive when we remind the people we care about why they matter to us. Start with one message and watch the connection grow. Here's a potent way to start her day. The sixth good morning message centered around subtle, sincere compliments. A well-crafted compliment is irresistible, but its true power lies in its genuineness and depth. Many settle for generic flattery, assuming it's enough to capture attention. However, a high-value man knows that meaningful compliments go beyond the surface. Consider this example. "Good morning. You know what I admire most about you? Your laugh. It brightens any room." This simple message stands out because it highlights something specific and heartfelt, demonstrating attentiveness and emotional awareness. The effectiveness of this approach lies in its authenticity. Stoic principles teach us to find value in the small, often overlooked details of life and relationships. As Epictetus wisely observed, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." Truly listening and observing her unique qualities, like the joy her laughter brings, signals that you see and value her essence. This isn't just about noticing her physical beauty or offering empty praise, it's about connecting to something real and meaningful. When did you last take a moment to appreciate something truly unique about someone you care for? A sincere compliment is not mere flattery, it's a reflection of mindfulness and presence. By noticing and articulating what makes her special, you're not only strengthening your bond, but also showing her that she's genuinely seen and appreciated. This type of communication fosters emotional safety and trust, essential ingredients for a lasting connection. Stoicism reminds us that mindfulness and awareness are vital to building meaningful relationships. It challenges us to pay attention to the defining details in others, those small, significant traits that often go unnoticed in a fast-paced, superficial world. By doing so, you differentiate yourself as someone who values depth and authenticity. You become someone who doesn't just send a message, but leaves a lasting impression. So, when crafting your next good morning message, pause and think, what unique quality can I highlight today? How can I make her feel truly seen and valued? A thoughtful compliment, delivered with intention, not only brightens her day but also deepens your connection. In a world where many fail to look beyond the surface, be the person who notices and celebrates what makes her extraordinary. Your seventh message should incorporate humor. Starting her day with a smile creates a playful atmosphere, while subtly conveying that you, as a high-value man, maintain a light-hearted perspective. Humor is a potent relational tool, demonstrating that despite your stoic mindset, you're not inflexible or overly serious. A simple message like, "Good morning, I had the wildest dream last night. I was a superhero, and guess who I rescued?" accomplishes two things. First, it immediately piques her interest, making her wonder about the dream's details, which is precisely your intent. Second, it establishes a positive, fun-loving association from the start of her day. These qualities appeal to women seeking high-value men, those who handle challenges gracefully while also bringing joy. Consider modern dating, where initial conversations often involve formalities and superficialities. A humorous good morning text disrupts this pattern. I know someone who, despite long hours in a demanding job, consistently sent his girlfriend witty, playful, even slightly absurd morning messages. The effect was consistent: laughter, eager replies, and a strong bond maintained despite busy schedules. It wasn't just the words, but the act of standing out. While others sent generic greetings, he created a spark, a memorable moment. He understood that while seriousness is important, lightness and humor are attractive qualities. It made her anticipate his messages, and that's the key. When did you last make someone laugh with a few words? Humor isn't about being funny for its own sake. It's about connection and easing tension. Making someone smile, especially in the morning, links you to positive feelings. For a high-value man with a stoic mindset, this becomes strategic. Balance. You balance strength with humor, seriousness with levity, and wisdom with playfulness. A woman who starts her day laughing because of you experiences positive emotions linked to you. You become the source of her improved mood, the man who handles life's gravity while appreciating its lighter side. Are you effectively incorporating humor, or are your messages too direct and uninspired? Women gravitate towards men who engage their emotions, and humor provides direct access. It encourages relaxation, deeper conversation, and an environment where she feels comfortable being herself. It's not just about laughter, it's about portraying yourself as someone who navigates life with both seriousness and joy, the essence of the stoic mindset, understanding challenges while appreciating levity. When crafting your next good morning text, consider how to be memorable. Be the man who effortlessly makes her smile, whose messages she anticipates because they're not routine but a highlight of her day. The key isn't just any funny message, but using humor intentionally, understanding its role in your approach as a high-value man, and leveraging it to deepen connections. Do you concur? If so, comment, "Yes, I agree." If not, comment, "I don't think so." I welcome your perspective. Let me emphasize, a potent motivational message can make a significant impact. It's not simply about saying good morning, it's about demonstrating genuine care for her well-being, growth, and accomplishments. Imagine her starting her day with, "Good morning. Remember, Action is the only thing separating you from your dreams today. Make it happen. This transcends a mere greeting. It's a call to action, reminding her of her power to overcome any obstacle. This message provides support, encouragement, and empowerment. Marcus Aurelius stated, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This text promotes a positive, action-oriented mindset. This matters because high-value men understand that supporting a woman involves contributing to her success, not just her emotional well-being. Imagine her realizing that you're invested in her achievements every morning. You demonstrate care for her journey, not just her presence in your life. That's the true power. How many others offer this level of support? Likely very few. This message sets you apart and subtly emphasizes your value. High-value men don't just take, they contribute and inspire, securing their position as essential. Here's where Stoic principles apply. Stoicism teaches that a fulfilling life requires wisdom and assistance to others. Seneca wisely noted, "While we teach, we learn." By motivating her, you reinforce your own growth mindset. Ask yourself, would you prefer empty platitudes or genuine encouragement? Consider her reaction upon reading that text. This exemplifies a high-value man, one who lives confidently and purposefully while elevating others. This perfectly illustrates applied stoicism, embodying stoic virtues through wisdom, generosity, and action. How will you utilize this approach? Are you ready to make a lasting, profound impact? Let me assure you that kind of impact is unforgettable. Envision receiving a message that not only greets you, but also resonates deeply. For high-value men, a good morning text isn't routine. It's a subtle way to demonstrate thoughtfulness and attention to detail. Consider this. Good morning. I've noticed your hard work recently, and I sincerely hope you find time for relaxation and rejuvenation today. You deserve it. This acknowledges not just her morning, but her as a person. This message speaks volumes, showing you're attuned to her emotions and experiences. Stoic principles encourage presence in relationships, nurturing trust and connection through observation and action. Seneca's words, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality," highlight the importance of supporting others, reminding them to practice self-care and avoid being burdened by unnecessary worries. This message subtly encourages her to pause, breathe, and find balance, something often overlooked in our hectic lives. Imagine how this small act of mindfulness strengthens your connection. Have you considered the impact of a simple, caring message? It reminds her that someone is thinking of her and, as a high-value man, that you're providing ongoing support. Stoicism teaches that even small actions hold significant relational weight. In a world focused on grand gestures, true value lies in consistent, quiet acts of caring. By incorporating mindfulness into your communication, you're building a foundation of trust and respect, essential elements of any strong relationship. Stoicism is about intentional living, including in matters of love. Sparking interest and attraction hinges on the often underutilized tool of the good morning text. Done effectively, it sets a positive tone and leaves a lasting impression. However, it requires finesse to craft messages that resonate deeply, creating genuine excitement and intrigue. Good morning. I'm planning a surprise for you. I can't wait for your reaction. This isn't just a greeting. It combines anticipation, mystery, and promise, essential for maintaining her engagement. Marcus Aurelius noted, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This holds true here. By planting a seed of curiosity, you influence her emotional state, maintaining connection through her positive anticipation. This is Stoic principle applied to modern romance, mastering your actions to inspire desired reactions without manipulation. The power lies in subtlety. You're not overwhelming her, you're engaging her imagination, giving her something to anticipate. This is particularly effective in our distraction-filled world. A well-crafted good morning message stands out because it's thoughtful and intentional. Authenticity is paramount. The message's power isn't in the words, but the sincerity behind them. Epictetus advised, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." Apply this to interactions. Send messages from genuine care, not just for the sake of it. Sincerity is key to attraction. Women easily detect forced or insincere gestures, which is where many men fail. They send thoughtless messages hoping for automatic results. Stoicism promotes deliberate, intentional action. It's not just what you say, but when. Timing is crucial. Repetitive messages breed monotony, which extinguishes excitement. Vary your approach. Alternate playful, light-hearted texts with sincere, heartfelt ones. This unpredictability maintains engagement without causing insecurity. Modern Stoicism emphasizes balance. Avoid excessive attention. Absence creates value. Seneca observed, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." Use your time wisely, allowing silences to build tension. Over-availability diminishes excitement. Stoic happiness is about inner contentment, knowing your self-worth isn't externally validated. However, tread carefully between intrigue and manipulation. Aim for curiosity, not anxiety, excitement, not uncertainty. Let respect guide your words. The goal is connection through mutual enjoyment, not manipulation. Every message should reflect this. This aligns with Stoic principles. Control what you can, your actions, words, and release the rest. Her reaction is beyond your control. Consistency and adaptability are key. Marcus Aurelius taught, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." These messages transcend mere greetings. They build a foundation for meaningful connection. They demonstrate care, thoughtfulness, and an understanding of subtle communication. Yet, they are just the start. True attraction extends beyond superficial exchanges. These texts are merely gateways. What sustains her interest is your overall demeanor, confidence, self-respect, and groundedness. Stoicism, emphasizing inner strength and resilience, teaches that true power comes from self-mastery, not controlling others. Share your experiences. Which message resonates most with your desired partner? Sharing in the comments can help others navigating similar situations. Progress, not perfection, is the goal. Practice enhances naturalness. If this content resonated, like and subscribe for future relationship-enhancing strategies. The journey to becoming a high-value man is ongoing, and every step, guided by Stoic wisdom, brings you closer to your ideal self. There you have it. 7 compelling good morning texts. These messages convey value, confidence, and character. They brighten her day and remind her of your worth. High-value men attract, not chase, through intentionality, thoughtfulness, and self-possession. If this video proved helpful, like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more content. Activate notifications for upcoming videos. We're here to guide you on your journey to becoming a high-value man. Now we will explore: why do women like men to text them in the morning? Why does texting in the morning impress her? Morning texts have a unique charm that makes them stand out in the world of communication, especially when it comes to romantic relationships. While texting in general is an essential part of modern relationships, the timing and content of a message can make all the difference. A well-thought-out good morning text goes beyond mere words on a screen. It symbolizes care, thoughtfulness, and effort. For women, receiving a text first thing in the morning can set the tone for their entire day, leaving them feeling valued, special, and connected to the sender. But why exactly do women appreciate these messages so much? And what is it about a morning text that can leave such a lasting impression? Let's explore these questions in detail. Morning texts show she's on your mind. One of the primary reasons women enjoy morning texts is the emotional significance behind them. Sending a text in the morning shows that she is one of the first things on your mind as you start your day. In a world full of distractions and busy schedules, knowing that someone took the time to think about her before anything else can make her feel cherished. It's a simple yet powerful way to communicate that she holds a special place in your life. For many women, being thought of early in the day carries emotional weight because it signals priority. Morning texts aren't just about saying hello, they're about expressing interest and making her feel like an integral part of your life. When a man takes the initiative to reach out in the morning, it subtly communicates, "You matter to me." This thoughtful gesture often resonates deeply with women, reinforcing the connection and keeping the relationship warm and engaging. Sets a positive tone for the day. The morning is a fresh start, a time when people often set their intentions and mindset for the day ahead. A kind, sweet, or thoughtful message from someone she cares about can uplift her mood and fill her with positivity. Receiving a heartfelt good morning text can act as an emotional boost, helping her face the challenges of the day with a smile. For example, a message like, "Good morning. I hope today brings you lots of joy and success. You've got this." Not only shows thoughtfulness, but also encourages her to approach her day with confidence. These messages can act as a virtual hug, reminding her that she's supported and cared for even when you're not physically present. Demonstrates effort and thoughtfulness. Effort is one of the cornerstones of a successful relationship, and morning texts are a small yet meaningful way to demonstrate it. Women appreciate when men put effort into maintaining the connection, and texting in the morning is an easy yet effective way to do so. It shows that you're willing to go the extra mile to communicate, even during the busiest parts of your day. Unlike evening texts, which may come after the day's activities, morning texts require intentionality. You're taking a moment before the chaos of the day begins to let her know she's important to you. This effort doesn't go unnoticed. It speaks volumes about your priorities and your willingness to nurture the relationship. Builds emotional intimacy. Texting in the morning can also serve as a way to build emotional intimacy. When a man sends a thoughtful or personal message, it creates a small but significant moment of connection. Over time, these moments add up, fostering a deeper emotional bond. For instance, sharing something personal or meaningful in a morning text, such as a fond memory, an inside joke, or a sweet compliment, can make her feel closer to you. A message like, "Good morning. I woke up thinking about our walk last weekend. Can't wait to do it again soon," ties your message to shared experiences, reinforcing the emotional connection. Signals stability and reliability. Consistency is attractive, and morning texts are a way to demonstrate it. When you regularly text her in the morning, it sends the message that you're dependable and stable, qualities many women value in a partner. This consistency reassures her that you're genuinely invested in the relationship and willing to make her a part of your daily routine. Morning texts also create a sense of predictability in a positive way. She knows she can look forward to hearing from you, which fosters a sense of emotional security. This stability can be particularly meaningful in the early stages of a relationship, when trust and connection are still being built. Creates anticipation and excitement. A good morning text can also create a sense of anticipation and excitement for the day ahead. When a man takes the time to send a thoughtful message, it can spark feelings of happiness and curiosity about what else the day might hold. Women often interpret these texts as an indication that you're interested in maintaining a connection and that you value communication. The right kind of morning text can also leave her eager to reply and continue the conversation, setting the stage for further interactions throughout the day. A playful or intriguing message like, "Good morning. I had the most random thought about us last night. I'll tell you later," adds an element of mystery and keeps her engaged, making the interaction even more memorable. Symbolizes effortless romance. Romance doesn't always require grand gestures. Sometimes it's the little things that leave the biggest impression. A thoughtful morning text is a subtle yet romantic gesture that can make a woman feel appreciated. It's a way of saying, "I care about you," without needing an elaborate plan or expensive gift. Messages that include subtle compliments, sweet sentiments, or playful banter add a touch of romance to her day. For example, a text like, "Good morning, sunshine. I hope your day is as beautiful as you are," might be simple, but it carries a sense of charm and affection that can brighten her mood. Shows confidence and initiative. Taking the initiative to text first thing in the morning also demonstrates confidence. It shows that you're not afraid to express your feelings and take the lead in communication. Women often find this quality attractive because it reflects emotional maturity and a willingness to put effort into the relationship. Texting in the morning sends a clear signal that you're interested and invested. It removes ambiguity and sets a positive tone for the relationship, helping to build trust and emotional closeness. This confidence can be especially appealing, as it aligns with traits women often look for in a partner, such as decisiveness and reliability. Acknowledges her presence in your life. A morning text is a simple way to acknowledge her presence in your life. It tells her that she matters to you and that you're thinking of her even during the quieter moments of your day. For many women, this recognition can feel incredibly validating and meaningful. For instance, a message like, "Good morning, just wanted to say I'm grateful to have you in my life," is a small but heartfelt reminder of her importance to you. These messages don't need to be long or elaborate to leave a lasting impact. Their value lies in their sincerity and thoughtfulness. Breaks the monotony of routine. In a world where daily routines can often feel monotonous, a morning text can be a welcome change. It's a small moment of connection that interrupts the usual flow of the day, making life feel a little brighter and more exciting. Women appreciate these thoughtful gestures because they show that you're actively thinking about ways to bring positivity into their lives. This is particularly impactful during stressful or busy periods. A simple message like, "Good morning, I hope today isn't too hectic for you. Remember, you've got this," can be a source of encouragement and support, making her day feel a little lighter and more manageable. Why it impresses her. Texting in the morning impresses women because it reflects qualities that are universally attractive: thoughtfulness, consistency, effort, and emotional intelligence. It's not just about the act of sending a text, it's about what that act symbolizes. A morning text shows that you're attentive, considerate, and willing to put in the effort to maintain a meaningful connection. In many ways, a morning text is a small yet powerful form of emotional investment. It demonstrates that you're not taking the relationship for granted and that you're willing to nurture it through consistent and thoughtful communication. For women, this kind of attention can be incredibly affirming and attractive, reinforcing the emotional bond and leaving a lasting impression. Women appreciate morning texts because they're more than just a greeting. They're a gesture of care, thoughtfulness, and connection. These messages set the tone for the day, build emotional intimacy, and demonstrate effort and consistency. They make her feel valued and appreciated, showing her that she's a priority in your life. By sending a morning text, you're not only brightening her day, but also strengthening your relationship in meaningful ways. Whether it's a sweet compliment, an encouraging message, or a playful note, the thoughtfulness behind a morning text can leave a lasting impression, making her feel special and connected to you. In a world where communication is often rushed or impersonal, a simple "good morning" can go a long way in showing her that you care. 13. And that's the secret to earning her instant respect with just one powerful move. It's not about flashy gestures or complicated tactics. It's about showing confidence, self-respect, and authenticity. Start applying this in your interactions and you'll notice the difference it makes. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with someone who needs to hear this. Stay tuned for more tips to level up your confidence and relationships. See you in the next video.